Good afternoon, friends. At the morning, we started our discussion on this organizing and staffing unit. So we understood the meaning of organizing and staffing. Organizing is nothing but assigning duties, grouping tasks, establishing authority, and allocating the resources required to carry out the specific plan. That is the thing but organizing. And staffing is nothing but finding the right person for right job. Simple, right? So that concept we discussed, and later we discussed this importance, objective, and first bit we discussed in previous lecture, characteristics of organizing, and then we discussed purpose of organizing. Okay, so with the help of analogy of function at our home, we try to discuss this organizing function of manager, and I think we were at this point, organization structure. Okay, so let us discuss this organization structure, its types, right? Its characteristics. One by one, we'll start to discuss. At the beginning, at the end of previous lecture, I asked you people, what is this picture? So, friends, from picture, you can say this is organization structure of XYZ organization. So, at the top, one person is there, right? So he may be boss. Below him, two person, but then below these two person again various people, right? Group of people, and this is the organization is getting the work done from this group of people, right? Which are at the bottom. So such kind of people hierarchy is called as a organization structure, you can say. Okay, that person means he is having certain designation. Let us consider CEO, right? So below that, let us consider general manager. Below that, assistant general manager, right? Below that, manager and workers, people. Okay, it is like that. And then depending on requirement, people change it. That organization structure can be changed depending on requirement. Okay. So organization structure is a framework within which an organization arranges its line of authorities and communication and allocates the right and duties. So what is the organization structure in another word? With the help of picture, I hope you got the clear idea. But with the help of definition, we'll try to correlate here. So what is this organization structure? Is a framework. Okay, framework means you can say from the structure you can understand it is a framework within which organization arranges its line of authorities. Lines of authorities means various authorities are there above people, those who are actually working. Above them, there are various authorities, and that list of authorities here it is called as a line of authorities, and communication and allocates the right and duties. So this communication means one top person is passing message to his subordinate, immediate subordinate, and that immediate subordinate is passing that message to remaining all people, right? And also allocation of rights and duties. Along with duties, some rights also given. For example, this top person is giving right to immediate subordinate, and what kind of right he is giving? Like purchase 1 lakh rupees machineries. It's your responsibility, and get the work done from people. That is the duties. So that all framework in the organization is called as a organization structure. Friends, all organizations have a management structure that determines the relationship between functions, positions, subdivides, and delegates role, responsibility, and authority to carry out the defined task or defined goal of the organization. Okay, so I hope you got the clear idea regarding the what is organization structure. This picture itself is a organization structure, you can remember. Now there are few organization structures. There are types of organization structure. First type is a tall organization structure. Second one is a flat organization structure. Then virtual organizational structure and boundaryless organizational structure. Okay. So let us discuss one by one all the types. There are 4 types of organization structure. Let us discuss one by one. First, we will discuss tall organization structure. So name itself is telling this organization structure is little tall. Okay. So let us discuss in detail again. Large complex organization require this kind of a taller hierarchy or taller organizational structure. So a tall structure results in one long chain of command similar to the military. So in military also this tall organizational structure is there. And remember, as an organization grows, the number of management level increases. Manager is required. But if you start production of sub components in your organization, means your organization level is increasing. Then again, you need purchasing department, you need this fabrication shop. As your organization grows, level increases. Getting? So in stall structure, manager from many rank and each has a small area of control. In everybody is having small area. Every manager, suppose one manager is there, production manager, another manager, HR manager, then another you can say like design manager, right? So like that, everybody is having small control. One somebody may have purchase manager, like that. So generally, this tall organization structure is there in a and especially complex organization means like TCS, Tata Consultancy Services. They have variety of deep projects. They have software project, they have mechanical project, they have design project, right? So complex organization. So there is a taller hierarchy of authorities, and that's why that organization structure is a tall organization. You will get more clear idea. Tall organizational structure. This picture is showing tall organizational structure. So friends, you can see, for example, at the top. So top to down, this approach is there for always organizational structure. At top, very less people, and as you go at the bottom level, people that structure gets expanded. Okay, so this is a general thing in every. This structure is called as a tall organizational structure. Here you can see one president is there. Below that, another president, vice president is there, vice president finance. Next, vice president is there, vice president HR. Getting? Then below that, vice president marketing, vice president vice president manufacturing, vice president engineering. Like that, one president is having below that every you can say managers also. Okay, manager finance, manager HR, manager engineering, manager manufacturing. Like that also you can say, but here they have in tall structure they have told like a sample they have shown vice president. Okay, of a particular domain. For example, vice president finance, they have a section like accountants. Accountants may be 1 to 10, 20 like that as per the requirement. Then treasury, like that his small structure is there. Okay, below president, this many thing. Another at the right side you can say vice president HR. Below that operations and then staff development means training related part. Vice president marketing, customers international sales. So this is varying, friend. Example, you can say purchasing is there, or receiving a receiving a purchasing it. So it comes under the vice president procurement. So here vice president. So now fabrication, everything is there. But in fabrication, employees required. So it is comes under this fabrication. Then assembly, testing structure is there. Vice president engineering, below that system engineering, electronics engineering, then software engineering, mechanical engineering, technical engineering. So inside that, suppose mechanical engineering. So all engineers will come there from mechanical, production engineer. Then you can say like design engineer, CAD/CAM engineer, thermal engineer. So all engineers will be under this category. So this is a tall structure because of you can say its length is more, right? So so many steps are there, so many levels are there below president. So many levels are there. That's why this structure is called as a tall organizational structure. Getting? So it is also called as a narrow organizational structure, right? So this is about the tall organizational structure. I hope with the picture you got the clear idea. Then second type of organizational structure is a flat organizational structure. So name itself is indicating what is its meaning, right? Flat means little wide, okay, and in tall, its height is little more. So name, from name you can guess what exactly it is. So still we'll discuss what exactly it is. Flat structure have fewer management levels. Very few management levels are there. Like in a tall structure, there are so many managers, so many vice president. Below that, they have so many engineers, right? So, but flat structure have very few level of management, and each level controlling a broad area or group. Each level is controlling broad area, means one manager, but he is handling so many things. Broader area, under him there is a big area. So one person is handling all material purchasing, fabrication, handling manpower. So that is meaning. Flat organization focus on empowering employees rather than adhering to the chain command. Chain command means what? One person at the top giving order, second person is passing that order to his subordinate. Then just passing information is not tall structure. Passing the information like so 2 3 and who is actually doing the work? Worker, helper, labor at operative level, those are working. Then next is the, for example, this is a flat structure. So that chief executive officer, and below that, that chief executive officer handling so many departments. Getting? Chief executive officer is this is medical. Chief executive officer is handling chief operating officer, chief nursing officer, chief medical officer, chief financial officer, chief information officer. So one chief executive is handling all sub chief executives. Getting? So this is called as a flat organizational structure. Flat. That means wide. Tall is having more height. Tall structure is having more height, and flat is having little more width. Okay, in short, you can remember. So in a flat organizational structure, here people encourage their employees to create something new. They focus on each and every employee, and they are getting work done from them. It is not just like giving order. No, here in flat structure, everybody is contributing. In tall structure, many of the there are so many bosses just passing information. President told like that. Second person is also telling this is message from subordinate. Please do as per the requirement. Like that, just 2 3 top level managers just are passing the information, and at the bottom level people are working. But in flat structure, everybody has to work. Means very one person is there and so many people below those who are actually working, and he is handling so many people. Okay, so this is the flat organizational structure. Third type is there virtual organizational structure. Virtual name itself is telling here nothing is physical. So small example I want to tell, like customer care, customer help desk. Many time we call to customer care, right? So this is the very nice example of virtual organization. So generally there is not physical structure in the customer care. There is a people those who receive your call and they pass to their seniors. If depending on your problems, severity of problem, they understand and they pass to top level in this way. Getting, so there is no physical that way this structure, but this is a virtually through telephonically people connect telephonically, people connect through internet, and they try to solve problems of their customers like that. So such a organization type is a virtual organization type. They use this information technology, communication technology, right? So instead of physical thing, they have virtual communication method there. And many times in such kind of organization, means people don't know who is the boss, who is the manager, who is the assistant manager, general manager, but they are able to communicate through phone, through internet. They are able to connect through this physically face to face. Third type is their boundaryless organizational structure. Boundaryless organizational structure. So here in boundaryless, boundaryless name itself is telling there is no boundary. In previous some of the tall and flat organization structure we have seen that there is a boundary after president, vice president, purchase, procurement, HR, right? So there is a boundary, but here in this type there is no boundary. And organization that is not defined, there is no specific definition. जिकडं वाढाल तिकडं वाढू द्या म्हणतात. ह्या भागामध्ये जास्त मार्केटिंग होत नाही, त्या भागामध्ये जिथं होतं तिकडच वाढवत जायचं. ही जुनं बंद पडलं तरी चालतंय. Getting? So this is the type of organization which is called as a boundaryless. There is no boundary. जिकडं वाढाल बिझनेस तिकडं वाढू द्यायचं ते स्ट्रक्चर. And it is highly flexible and responsive also, and draws on talent wherever it is found. कुठं जिथं टॅलेंट घावेल तिकडे बिझनेस वाढवत जायचं. गेटिंग? सो दिस इज अ बाउंड्रीलेस ऑर्गनायझेशनल स्ट्रक्चर. म्हणजे त्याला काही स्ट्रक्चरच नसतंय. So like flat and tall structure is having certain block diagram, right? But this boundaryless, there is no structure. कुठं वाढाल तिकडं त्या ऑक्टोपस सारखं चालतंय, कुठं पण वाढवू देत. So this is the type which is called as a boundaryless organizational structure. Then there are certain features of organizational structure. First feature is there, it determines the manner and extent to which roles, power, and responsibilities are delegated. Organization structure determines manner and extent in which roles, manpower, and responsibilities are delegated. कुठल्या मॅनरने ते कुठल्या पद्धतीने दिलेलं आहे, कुठले रोल्स दिलेले आहेत, विच रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी दिलेली आहे, ह्या गोष्टी सगळ्या त्या स्ट्रक्चर मध्ये येतात. Who is having what role, who is having how much power, who is having what responsibility, whom it is delegated. So it can be seen from this organization structure. And organization structure depends on objectives and strategies. Organization structure depends on objective and strategies. So definitely you should change the organization structure. What is your strategy to achieve that particular goal? What are your objectives? Depending on that, organization structure may vary. It is not like that so and so organization, fixed organization structure is there. No, it is not like that. Depending on objective and strategies of that particular organization structure should be changed. It is not a constant. And it acts as a perspective through which individuals can see their organizations. And I have shown certain picture. So if you that structure, that chart I have shown, a flat, up a tall structure, immediately you understood like there is one top boss, and at the bottom there are a certain reporting person to that one boss, and below that so many people are there. Immediately you will get clear picture what kind of organization it is. Even you can see small these shops, servicing shops also. Just a minute, hold it. Okay, sorry for interruption. So I was talking about the organization structure features. So we discussed like it depends on objective and strategies, and even I was talking about the even you if you see a small servicing centers also, there you can see their organization structure. Who are the who is dealing with store part, who is dealing with office or administrative part, account part, actual those laborers are doing servicing of your vehicle, right? So there also you can see this, and as soon as you see that structure you understand where to go, who can help me, right? So in industry also same thing is there. That structure is always there. Just employee can see this is so and so structure is there. Yes, whom to contact. By looking at that particular structure, he can understand where to go. And even third party person, unknown person also can understand who is what person in that particular organization, whom to contact, who is useful person, whom to contact, who is even especially marketing person observe that particular chart, and they immediately understand whom to contact, whom I should contact, so that I can explain properly and who can help me to get my product. Getting? So these are the features of organizational structure. Then organization structure importance. Why it is important? I have shown organizational structures, right? So flat, tall, and another virtual. Third one is boundaryless. Why it is important? Definitely structure, if it is there, then you can say, sir, like effectiveness will be more. Absolutely right. Friends, if you have proper structure, who should do what work, who should report to whom, right? So everything is defined, right? Through organizational structure, everything is defined, like who is the boss, who should report to who should look up towards the this purchasing activity, who should look after the this hiring of employees, that activity. So it is a defined, well defined, right? That's why effectiveness in the organization is increasing, and effectiveness of all the people are there, so efficiency definitely getting increases. So this is the important part. That's why organization structure is important. Even if in future if you become entrepreneur, first you decide like what will be the my organizational structure, right? So you decide like as a owner you will be at the top, but below you should have certain people, and decide unwanted people should not be there. One more thing you have to take care, Why there should be unwanted people in organizational structure? If not required, eliminate that. Getting? So required people must be there so that effectiveness and efficiency will be there. Then due to organizational structure, redundant actions are going to reduce. Redundance means unwanted. त्याला काहीच अर्थ नाहीये. So in organization, if you are having proper organizational structure, redundant activities will not be there. But if you are not having proper organizational structure, you will have so many redundant activities in your organization because everybody may do unwanted thing. Then next one is that promote the teamwork. Getting? So how teamwork is getting improved? Because one person is telling message and remaining people are just following. And everybody is getting right message. And every level, every manager is getting involved. At least he will look towards like what is happening, whether people are doing or not. Then next one is that it improves communication. Which kind of communication? Communication among all the employees. Because top person is communicating to immediate subordinate, another subordinate, like that message is passing. So everybody's top person is not able to reach to worker. But through this channel, through this level of managers, he can communicate to all his subordinates. And bottom people, lower level people from supervisor, from labor, they can communicate to their immediate manager. Then manager can communicate to his assistant manager, the assistant general manager, CEO, owner, like that. Proper communication is there from worker to owner and owner to worker. So this is the proper communication. It improves communication. Means message is passing properly from top management to bottom management and bottom management to top management. In short, you can remember. So that's why organizational structure is important. Then next one is that contributes to success or failure. Organization structure, if success is there, it is a success of that organization, organizational structure. If failure is there, that structure is responsible. Means for success as well as failure, that organizational structure is important. It contributes success or failure. Getting? So these are the important. Then next one is organization structure example. Simple example. Already I have given this tall structure. Another one, owner or president. Below owner or president, accounting manager is there, marketing manager is there, operative manager is there, HR managers are there. Means below president or below owner, there are certain managers. So like in previous case, we have seen vice president. Here there are managers. And below managers, they have certain task force, like for marketing manager, there is advertisement force, then sales supervisor, sales staff, right? So in this way, there is a subordinates to everybody, right? This is an example you can remember. Already I have shown 2, 3. Now, certain terminologies are used in organization. For example, in organizational structure, I am telling, there are certain terminologies. For example, chain of command. What is the meaning of chain of command? At the beginning, I have told the continuous line of authority that extends from upper level of organization to lower level of organization and clarifies who reports to whom. What is the meaning in short? If you want to understand, chain of command is nothing but which is a clarification that who reports to whom. Means supervisor should report to manager, manager should report to vice president should report to this president or owner, like that, and owner to general managers to assistant general manager, like that. So this is called as a chain of command. Then what is authority? Authority is nothing but what to do and expect them to do it. Authority is person who is having right, and he understand or he get the work done, what to do from employees, what to get from employees, obviously work done, and expect them to do it. Means mandatorily their employees should do it. That is authority. What is responsibility? The obligation or expectation to perform responsibilities bring with its accountability. In short, you can say expectation to perform from the employee, expectation to perform from the employee is the responsibility. Unity of command means person should have one boss and should report only to him. Means unity of command. It's very important terminology in the this organization structure. Unity of command. Unity of command means only one should command it and remaining should follow it. In short, and another meaning is there: person should have one boss and should report only to him. And the last terminology is there: delegation. Delegation is nothing but assignment of authority to another person to carry out the specific duty. Sometimes people say delegation means passing the responsibility or avoiding the responsibility. It's not like that. Getting delegation of authority means what? Assigning the authority to other. Suppose you are the principal. You should assign the authority to HOD to sign few documents, right? Delegating the things. But not delegation cannot be done whole. I am the manager. माझं काम सगळंच तू बघ. Assistant managerला सांगायचं. It is not a delegation of authority. Assigning the certain tasks to another person and carry out the specific duties. फक्त तेवढीच. Suppose purchasing is required. So one person you can delegate your immediate subordinate and ask him to complete that activity. Means you have assigned, तुमची थोडासा पार्ट त्या व्यक्तीला दिला आणि तो एवढं करून ये असं म्हणून सांगितलं. आणि तुमच्या नावाने सही पण म्हणजे फॉर्म म्हणून सिग्नेचर पण कर. डिलिगेट सगळं नाही करायचं. डिलिगेशन मग ते तोच मॅनेजर झाला ना. बरोबर. सो डिलिगेशन इज नथिंग बट असाइनमेंट ऑफ ऑथॉरिटी टू अनदर पर्सन टू कॅरी आउट द स्पेसिफिक ड्युटीज ओनली, नॉट ऑल स्पेसिफिक ड्युटीज. Getting? So this is a delegation. So such terminologies are very important in organizational structure. People use it. Okay. So we have discussed now related to organizational structure. What is organizational structure? Then what are the types of it? Getting? We have seen its feature, importance. Getting? I hope you got the idea related to organization structure. Anybody want to ask anything? Can you see my screen? Can you hear me? Yes, okay. Sachin, thank you. So are you getting anything you want to ask related to organizational structure? I hope I could clarify what is the meaning of organization structure. At least तुमच्या डोक्यात चित्र गेलं का ऑर्गनायझेशन स्ट्रक्चर काय असतं, त्याचे टाइप्स. Yes, anything anybody want to ask? माझा आवाज बंद झाला होता का मध्ये आधी सचिन?
नाही सर.
पूर्वीपासून आवाज येतोय तुम्हाला?
हा
हे
येतोय.
समजलं सगळं?
हो.
आवाज कुठं ब्रेक नाही झाला?
नाही ना.
Okay, thank you. तर organization structure, anybody want to ask anything related to organization structure? We have seen such a pictures, its importance. We have seen types with the help of picture, right? Should we proceed then? Should we take attendance? Just put your roll number in chat box. Let me see how many are listening. Okay. So don't leave the meeting. Still we have a discussion. Next point is there span and level. So friends, let us discuss first span of control. So span means here which kind of span we have to take meaning? Span of control in the organization structure. So friends, the term span of management is also referred to as a span of control or span of supervision or span of authority or span of responsibility. आता स्पॅनचा अर्थ काय घ्यायचा मराठीमध्ये आपण बऱ्याच वेळा म्हणतो की माझ्या स्पॅन मध्ये हे आहे बरोबर आपण बऱ्याच वेळा स्पॅन म्हणजे तेवढा आवाका म्हणू शकतो माझ्या त्या आवाक्यामध्ये आहे माझ्या स्पॅन मध्ये आहे असं म्हणतो बरोबर तसाच मिनिंग आहे इथं सो वन मॅनेजर इज हॅव्हिंग हाऊ मेनी सबऑर्डिनेट्स okay so how one manager is how many people one manager can handle there is a limitation right can one manager handle 1000 2000 employees 5000 employees no right definitely no but how many one manager how many employees he can handle so it varies right but depending on his capacity which kind of work he is doing depending on it is varying but remember what is the span span is nothing but one manager how many employees or how many subordinates he can handle okay or in another way number of subordinates who reports directly to the manager is nothing but the span म्हणजे त्याच्या स्पॅन मध्ये तेवढेच लोक आहेत 10 लोक he can handle 10 people so that 10 number is the span of that particular manager getting the span of control indicates number of subordinates a manager can supervise effectively yes he can manage he can but effectively can he handle definitely no so span of control is very important part in the organization structure yes organization structure we have seen wide organization structure one person is handling so many but there is also limitation so in organization deciding that particular span of every manager is the role in organization structure this owner decides like yes so and so manager is there your span will be 10 people hr manager 10 people again procurement manager 5 people owner decides the span because he understands how many people he can handle effectively just giving the mob of people and asking him to handle all these subordinates not possible right so every time owner do this they decide span getting then reasons for deciding the appropriate span what are the reasons this affects the efficient utilization of manager and the effective performance of subordinate two reasons are there what is the reason of selecting span first thing is that using all efficiency of that particular manager whatever he can do by looking at him what kind of task he is doing utilizing that particular manager getting for that purpose this span is very important and the effective performance of their subordinate can he get the work done from his all subordinates if yes then increase his span if not then reduce his span because you can say he is not capable for handling subordinates reduce his span otherwise he will not be giving efficient results in the organization When the span of control is too wide, managers are overstraining themselves. If too wide span if you give, then he is definitely having a stress. And unnecessary you are stretching and he is not able to work efficiently. In industry, this is required. You will say like एकच व्यक्ती घ्या करून सगळं त्याच्याकडून काम. Not in industry, it is not like that. And also their subordinates are receiving very little guidance from their manager. If you are having 1000 subordinates, every subordinate will not get guidance. Getting? So that span must be decided. It should be limited. This also means manager have very little control on their subordinates. If you have so many subordinates with one manager and he is not able to give guidance to all, its meaning is that that manager is not able to give, he is not able to manage or he is not able to control all his subordinates. Getting? There is a relationship between span of control and organizational structure. That's why this reason is there, that appropriate span of control, deciding appropriate span of control is very important. Friends, span of control means this is a small part of every organizational structure. One manager is there, below that certain people are there, right? So if you make it wide, your organizational structure will become flat. Getting? So organizational structure is depend always on the span of control. And what are the levels? Levels is nothing but after every manager, after every authority, there is a subordinate. So that subordinate, immediate subordinate is a one level. Then that subordinate is having again subordinates. This is another one level. Below that, supervisor is there. This is also one level. Worker is one level. Getting? So from top to bottom, how many authorities are there? That every authority is called as a one level. Getting? So what is the meaning of span and level? I hope you you clarified, got clear idea. Span means how many subordinates one manager can handle, one authority can handle, that is a span. And what is the level? Level is nothing but every authority in an organization structure is one level. Getting? So this is the actual meaning of span and level. Now, there is a relationship between span of control and organizational level. Span of control and organizational level. So one example I have given here. Organization with narrow span. Organization with narrow span. It is also called as a tall structure. Getting? So now you can see in a narrow span, one president is there, below that vice president is there, below that manager is there, below that assistant manager is there, below that supervisor, and below that section heads, and below that again you can say a group of people of employees. Getting? So in this way, this is a span. So now what is the span of president? He is having 3 people. So president can handle 3 people. Vice president, right? So president span is a 3. What is the span of vice president? He is handling 2 managers. So what is the span of vice president? 2. What is the span of manager? He is handling 2 assistant manager. His span is a 2. Below that, supervisor, his assistant manager span is a 2. And supervisor span is a section heads, 2 section heads. And below section heads, and there are so many workers, laborers. So now everybody is having 2 span. But if you calculate from bottom to top, so many people one president is handling, so many people one vice president is handling, one manager is handling so many people. one assistant manager is handling so many people, like that. So this type of span is called as a narrow span. Getting? And what is the wide span? Wide span is nothing but one person is handling so many manager. One manager is handling so many section heads, so many supervisors. Getting? So from picture itself, I hope you got the clear idea of narrow span and wide span. Getting? Next part is factors determining effective span and level. Now, I have told like 2 people, 3 people, 8 people. Who decides this? Definitely that owner, manager, president decides. But while deciding, he should consider certain factors. For example, subordinates training. Are his subordinates trained? If already all subordinates are trained, they knows everything, they are experts, then definitely you can enlarge the span of that manager, because all employees, his subordinates knows everything. He need not to focus more on his subordinate, but his subordinates are not trained, then span should be smaller. Very few people should be along with him in his span, you can say. Then type of technology, which type of technology you are using. Very recent technology, very old technology, very unwanted, you can say unwanted technology. Which technology you are using? Suppose you are using very advanced technology, recent technology. So there also manager should have very small span, right? It should not be a large span. One thing, you are using advanced technology and there so many people. Can manager will give time guidance to all subordinates? Definitely no. So depending on type of technology also, span and level changes. Then clarity of plan. If what to do is decided already for future in advance, and that clarity is there, then you may have more large span. But if there is a no clarity, keeping small span is better. Competency of that manager. Is manager capable? If manager is capable, having strong knowledge of that particular field, having confidence over his employees, confident in his technology, having more experience. In this way, if competent manager is there, then span may be a larger. And if manager is not competent, then span should be smaller. Getting? Then nature of task. Which task is going to perform? He is going to perform. Getting? So depending on that also, that span level is decided. And last one is a attitude and capacity of subordinate. Which type of subordinates he is having? Subordinates are supportive, they are negative, they are not responding to training, always talking negative, wasting time. Right? So that attitude, which kind of attitude, or subordinates are very well trained, having good education, having more experience in that particular domain, then definitely span of level should be larger, and if not, then smaller. So manager, owner decides what will be the span. So in industry, remember, what is the span now? Span is nothing but how many people one manager can handle. This is number. Span is nothing, is number only. एक मॅनेजर किती लोकांना हँडल करतो? 10 लोकांना हँडल करतो तो त्याचा स्पॅन झाला. 20 लोकांना हँडल करतो तो त्याचा स्पॅन झाला. गेटिंग? तुम्हाला जर विचारलं इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये गेल्यानंतर व्हॉट इज युअर स्पॅन, so you should, how many people are reporting to you, that number you should say. Getting? So this is this should be known term for you. What is a span? Okay, so I hope and what is the level? Level is nothing but every authority in organization structure is a one level. Getting? Okay, so I tried to simplify it. Anything you want to ask related to span and level? For MCQ purpose, this span and level a bit is very important. So many MCQs are there from span and level. Anybody anything want to ask? Should we stop here today? Okay, we'll stop here today. So, if roll number is entered, don't enter double number. You can leave if you have entered number. Quit the meeting now. If roll number is entered already, don't put roll number double.